Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Just giving YouTube a chance to send out some notifications. And we're going to get started with the show. Please, please, thumbs up the video. Thumbs up this video. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We got a great, great show lined up for you today. Oh, and I had a good time last night. Went to celebrate my girl's birthday. Phyllis, happy birthday to her. We had a great, great time. And I got a little story time for you guys. Yes, please thumbs up the video. Welcome back to my channel, Knotty Love Movement. It's your host, Knotty, bringing you the latest and the greatest and the trending topics. And I vlog my life. So make sure you thumbs up this video, leave comments, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And also, share if you care. Share. All these things are the free way to support the channel. Help us get into the algorithm. Also, follow me on all my different socials. Yes. Never know what I'm going to get into, okay? But we Knotty Love Movement all over, all right? Yes, let me just give people a chance to load up in the room. We're going to go ahead and get started, okay? So, little story time. So, sorry, guys. I'll be right back on my power district. I'll be right back. Thumbs up the video. Sorry about that. Yes, thumbs up the video. Sorry about that. Ooh, good morning. Good morning, Be More Shorty. Yes. Got a good story time for y'all. So apologize. It's an older house, so sometimes the power trip. All right. So last night I was celebrating my girl Phyllis's birthday. And she's like where I hang out. She's like, hey Shay B. Hey Corey. Hey, Brendan. Hey, everybody. Shout out to my Naughty crew. Love you all. Yes, please thumbs up the video. All right, so we are celebrating my girl Phyllis's birthday, and she brought her girlfriend with her, a longtime friend. And long and behold, it was Tupac's stepmother. Ah! Yes, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. She is married to Tupac Shakur's father, and we had some great conversation, Naughty Crew. Oh my god, she gave me some of the dates. Okay, hold on, let me see. We followed each other on Instagram. All right. Shout out to her. She makes gorgeous, gorgeous jewelry. Follow her on Instagram. Air Pretty by Gifted Hands. Okay. She's got some gorgeous jewelry. Gorgeous, gorgeous jewelry. Actually, we're gonna connect. Because she can make earrings to match my head wraps using the fabric and things like that. But yes, this is Tupac's stepmother. Follow her on the gram. Air Pretty by Gifted Hands. That is her Instagram. She makes some gorgeous, gorgeous jewelry. So some of the stories she got into last night, that she was actually at the club the night the diddler, boop boop, shot it up, okay? And she said he was known to be an asshole, okay? Yes, collabing with the business. Yes, yes. So she was there the night of the shooting or whatever with Natanya Rubin and all of them. And she said she remembered the exact scene because he was making a big deal about getting in a club, and he's like, oh, all the money I have, this and that, or whatever, to the point like they moved her and her girlfriend over to give him and J-Lo the VIP, right? And so she said drinks was flowing, like whatever they didn't drink, it spilled over to them or whatever. And she said next thing she know, he threw a bunch of money in the air, and that's when all hell broke loose. And she said the bodyguards protected her and her girlfriend or whatever. So I was like, oh. She was like, but he was known to be an asshole or whatever. And so she said then after that, like she would go to they would get invited to other parties and things like that. But he's always been a jerk. All right, which leads me now, Tupac's father, he has been on the Art of the Dialogue, and things like that. She said he's fixing to do one more segment, but he's gonna get his own podcast. She did confirm like there is a active investigation into the death of Tupac. Look at your girl getting the deets, getting the deets, getting the deets. Thumbs up this video. Share, 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 share. All right. And so then she said, she gave me a little details around the relationship between Tupac's mom, Afeni, and his dad. And his dad was basically a victim of parental alienation. So when Tupac's mom and him were dealing with each other, he was married, right? And the fallout between them is because he would not leave his wife. So as retaliation, she held Tupac away from his father. And I was telling her, like, I'm glad his dad came out and told his side of the story or whatever. And she said, you know what? She was like, when him and Pac finally got together or whatever, he did not spend that time bashing his mother. He just wanted to spend the time getting close with his son. So he's a real, real, real dope dude. And so she said the night of his passing, Tupac called his father and wanted him to come out to Cali. Like he was feeling like he was feeling uneasy, and he wanted his dad to come, but his dad couldn't come at that moment. And he regrets it till this day. But beautiful, beautiful woman, long, beautiful silver hair, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It was a real pleasure meeting her, and Phyllis had been telling me about her for the longest time, and so we finally got to connect. But to know that she was there the night of the shooting and stuff like that, and woo, she said, girl, it is known that he always been a jerk, okay? The diddler was diddling back then, like, but she said now, fast forward, because it was an incident where he was requesting models and stuff like that, and one of the girls had asked the question. He canceled all the models because he didn't want anybody questioning him. He just wanted everything to be type lit. But she's like, now looking at things now, hindsight being 2020, she said it all makes sense, and she said Diddy did it. Thumbs up this video. Yes, Diddy did it. So follow her on the gram, Air Pretty by Gifted Hands. Right. No, she's in good spirits. She's an artist. She makes her jewelry. She makes some, check out her Instagram. She makes some great, great pieces. Okay. Very, very creative. Very, like, I was honored to meet her. Honored. But Tupac's dad, he is coming with a podcast or whatever, and she was like, girl, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, or whatever. So I was like, yeah, Phyllis was there when I started the channel and stuff like that, and she gave me the battery, like, girl, you got this. Yes. So Phyllis is like the bar auntie, like she take care of everybody, and for all of our birthdays, she always gets a card. She makes sure everybody sign the card and everything. So we just like kind of like loved on her last night. Look, me and my one girl, we had the same card. She was like, girl, we got the same card or whatever. So, and she loved Marshall. So I got me and Lino, my bartender. Y'all know my bartender. You know, the cute one that everybody always asking about. We got her a gift card to Marshall's. We got her cupcakes. We sang happy birthday. It was just a good time. It was a good time. So shout out to Phyllis. Happy birthday, Bloom. All right, today's show. Justin Bieber's ready to speak. Let's get into it. Hashtag no Diddy. Foxy Brown speaks out. All right, we're going to get into... I hate Corey. We're going to get into the Menendez brothers. Ooh, could they be free? Child. Did y'all see the new series on Netflix? Okay, disturbing. Yes. Good, but disturbing. Dark. Dark. All right, and then Wendy Williams, okay? Her ex will not quit, okay? He wants the divorce appealed or whatever, or retracted or something. Child. And then we're gonna get into Holly and DDG's breakup, which I'm not surprised. And I'm just like, girl, you want to be all right, Holly. You want to be all right. You want to be all right. Okay? All right. And then today, I gotta push through this live because my little cousin is getting baptized, little Whoppy. Come here, little Whoppy. We going to baptize the baby. Go bless the baby, okay? Child. Okay, because I want to get into Kim Kardashian calling herself writing a letter on their behalf. Like, the clout chase is real. Okay? Her cootie cat don't work no more. So now she want clout chase off of prisoners. Okay? Yes. Thumbs up this video. Share it. Share it out because I'm on one today. Happy Sunday to all my Knotty crew. Woo! All right, shout out to In Touch. All right, we're going to get into Justin Bieber. It seems that he is ready to speak. He is ready to speak out finally. You know, it's been speculation all over the place about what happened to Bieber when he spent that 48 hours with the diddler. Why a grown man wants to hang out with a little boy, I don't know. But Usher handed him over to him. Okay. And yeah, like we all seen the video, okay, online circulating of the diddler grooming Justin, trying to entice him with shiny toys, with cars and houses and things like that. Y'all seen it, okay? And Justin seemed to have distanced himself from there, and so the next encounter between him and the diddler, Diddy is like pressing him, like, "Oh, you selling out concerts? You don't come and hang out." And I always found that scene creepy. Like, why does a grown man want to hang with a young kid? It's weird. It's weird and it's inappropriate. And like the whole time I'm watching that video, I'm like, "Where's his parents?" Good morning, D Smith. Yes, they all need to go down. Both and B and B. I think it was both. I think it was both. Okay. Now here recently, some resurfaced clips came up or whatever, because after Diddy exchanged numbers and stuff, um a resurfaced clip of Justin and Diddy came up, and it seems as though the diddler was low key threatening Justin. It was weird. But he's a devil hiding in plain sight this whole time. Shout out to the New York Post. And let me see. Here's the clip. Here's the clip. Thumbs up this video. It's kind of slow. Thumbs up the video. How come we can't hear? There we go.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could ever know.
Just you. You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also.
He got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Something, everything ain't for everybody.
Okay, so that clip is gone viral.
Working with
It has gone viral, but it seems as though he's threatening him. All right. So shout out to In Touch magazine, and I agree. I hope if he speaks, it's to the authorities and he testifies in court. So Justin Bieber had nightmare experience with Sean Diddy Combs inside his private hell. Let's get into it. Shout out to In Touch. And everything that we discuss here falls under fair use commentary. We are discussing, in our opinion, for educational purposes, and it falls under copyright something 106 or whatever. Y'all get the gist. Thumbs up the video. Okay? So, the article goes on to say it was far worse than anyone realized when Sean Diddy Combs was arrested for trafficking, racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution on September 16th. Prosecutors allege in a 14-page indictment that as a head of a criminal enterprise, he abused women, engaged in drug-fueled days-long sex parties called free calls, okay? So here are all the horrific stories as a source exclusively to In Touch. Fans are looking at his association with other stars in a whole new light. So none more so than Justin Bieber. So after the news broke, fans bombarded his Instagram page with messages of support. The world should have protected you, wrote one, while another urged him to expose Diddy, who took the young singer under his wing when he was 15. The last thing Justin wants to do is relive and even discuss his complicated friendship with Diddy, the insider says of the troubled star, who has long struggled with drug addiction, suicidal ideations, and multiple public meltdowns. But he's finally breaking his silence to his friends about his nightmare experience and the private hell it's caused him. So Justin Bieber and Diddy's relationship had red flags. So in hindsight, their relationship was always troubling. Justin, who was about 13 when they first introduced by Usher, was often seen hanging out with Diddy, 54. During Justin's meteoric rise to fame in March, a 2009 clip of the pair resurfaced. He's having 48 hours with the diddler. And that's when he said, child, this is weird. This is weird. All right. Anyway, so he hinted at some of the trauma he suffered as a young star. Yes, they preyed on Justin Bieber. I mean, not just the diddler, but women and things like that would make comments. I remember L.A. Reid was saying he is so beautiful. Like, this Hollywood is weird, child. So he hinted at some of the trauma he suffered as a young star. One viral video, Justin singing about a Diddy party, turned out to be AI generated, but in his 2020 track Lonely, he sings, "Everybody saw me sick and it felt like no one gave a ish." In a heartbreaking 2020 video that is recirculating, Justin tearfully talks about his past. "It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn," he told Apple Music Zane Lowe, adding that he wants to protect Billie Eilish. And so he did a whole interview about that, and he was basically like trying to keep her from going through what he went through in the industry. So Billie Eilish, she also started out at 13. And he quotes, "If she ever needs me, I'm going to be there for her. I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody." So, like, what is he talking about? Throw thumbs up the video. He's told multiple young stars to call him if they find themselves in tough situations, says the source. He tried to be upfront about his demons and how he's relied on therapy and his faith to get back on track. Still, it's been hard to have all of this stuff being dredged up. Right now, as the source, he's focusing on his massively supportive wife, Haley, and their 1-month-old son, Jack. But if speaking about his past trauma can help others, he probably will. He wants to break the cycle once and for all. Now, Sloan Bella just recently went live and she talked about Justin Bieber and how she basically gave him instructions on how to free himself from all of this. But she definitely confirmed that he was definitely a victim, okay, of this industry. So you know what? I hope he speaks out so that he could release himself. And I take you to a clip that creeped me out of Diddy I've discovered patting Justin Bieber down for a wire. Like, what? You got to be into some dark stuff. Like, why you gotta? Why you patting people down for wires? You into some stuff. Here it is. Look at him. He patting him down. He patting him down. Like, why? What are you so worried about, Diddler? What are you so worried about? Weird. Weird. You know you into some stuff where you got pat people down for wires, okay? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. I hear you. And people disagree about Sloan Bella. I get it. I just happen to see it. And she was talking about Justin Bieber. Everybody should be prosecuted from the rooter to the tutor, okay? Even not just the diddler. What did I just see? Was that just... That gotta be AI generated.
They also wanted to live drinking, smoking. There was a time when I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. And it was just an escape for me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do, just normal growing up things.
I felt like, bro, I was like dying. My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse. Like, people don't know how serious it got.
A lot of money and a lot of things. So then you have all these people around me just kind of hanging on, wanting stuff from me, knowing that, I was living this lifestyle that they also wanted to live, drinking, smoking. I started valuing the wrong things in this business because there was things dangling in front of me. If I did this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy.
Justin, only God makes you happy. Follow my slogan, no sex, no drugs.
All right, so that's Justin's account of what happened. And that's what they do in the industry to groom the young people. They dangle drugs, they dangle money, cars, everything, to gaslight you, to love bomb you, right? So that you could submit to what they ultimately want, right? The industry is just full of pedos, okay? It's disgusting. It's disgusting the way they prey on our youth. They all should be prosecuted. The Lucian Granges, Clive Davis, all of them. That's who keep the ex-trafficking ring going. Thumbs up the video. All right? So it's not like Diddy is just a tip of the iceberg. And I want to see everybody held accountable. But it's a billion-dollar industry. Will they really hold people accountable? That remains to be seen. Okay? I've been doing a deep dive into one of the trafficking victims. I'm going to come back. I'll probably do a separate video on it. But she's been screaming out for years too. And she has affidavits. I've been gathering the information. It's so deep. I have to do just a video on her. But she talks about the Diddy parties and the kids being party favors. I found it and I shared it on this channel or whatever, but her story runs deep. As a result of what she went through, she has borderline personality disorder, which a lot of trauma victims, especially victims that have been through SA and grape and things like that, that is a direct symptom. That's a direct effect of how they learn to cope with the trauma. It's sad. It is sad. All right. Speaking of speaking out, your girl Foxy Brown is speaking out, and I'm not surprised. Look, with the Keefe D case, it is said that they are calling Foxy Brown as a witness. Knotty Crew, thumbs up the video, okay? Because she was there the night Pop got murked or whatever. And it said that like she was in the car when the blicky was exchanged and Keefy D got in the car to go after Pop. So they are also saying they are working on trying to connect the rental cars that were rented. And it's alleged that the car was rented by Arista Records and they drove from New York all the way to Cali in the car. So they trying to connect the dots because it's so old. It's hard. It's going to be hard to follow the money. Oh, what evidence could they possibly have to connect the diddler and all these other characters, right, in this situation? The rental car is a good one. The rental car is a good one. All right. So the prosecutors may be calling Foxy Brown to the stand to testify about her accounts of what happened the night Tupac was murked. Okay. Look, it's been rumored for a long time that the diddler ordered the hit on him. And he made several attempts. And according to his stepmom that I spoke to last night, they really, really believe the diddler did this. They really, really. She said Tupac felt like people were after him. Okay? And she said he had Suge Knight in his ear. And then he got the whole bad boy coming after him or whatever. Please thumbs up the video or whatever. Which led to that phone call to his father. Like, Dad, I really want you to come out here. You know? And see, Pac, he was loud, boisterous. He wasn't no punk. You can't just say anything to him. And they wanted to silence him. And I believe the elites wanted to silence him and Diddy, the diddler, wanted to silence him. You know, and I think Foxy Brown will be very crucial. She's been silent for a long time. And I know she hold a lot of bones. Thumbs up this video. Well, she took to her Instagram story yesterday, Knotty Crew. You can't make this stuff up. She posted this on purpose, so she wanted us to see. And so she was messaging Marco Polo. And so she said, my story will shock you to your core. I don't play victim, but I had to step away for a minute for my sanity, or I would have been dead. I believe it. I believe it. And so then Marco responded, that's why in the midst of all of it all, you're still alive to tell the story. There's a reason you've been covered. Favorite blood will stand the test of trials. Naughty Crew, what do y'all think that means? What do y'all think that means? Then it's another message to Caramel Pisces. She says, I'm glad you stepped away from the industry. In retrospect, it is probably the best thing you have done for yourself. Love you. Thank you for your integrity, Inga. And she responded back, love you too, babe. This all in her story. So I just thought this was interesting. Then Jersey City Bully City, she also posted to the story in response to her story. She said, you told us in broken silence. And she says, nah, that was the light version. Thumbs up this video. And then Marco responds, you've been telling us for decades, sometimes the step away is bigger than a career. It's for peace and legacy. I think she holds the key to a lot. Jay-Z, Diddy, I think she holds the key. Y'all let me know what y'all think, Naughty Crew. I think Foxy about to spill the beans because it's safe now. Let me see what y'all talking. All right, Be More Shorty. Have a good day. Sunday brunch, depravity, wildlife in my neighbor's backyard. Yo, I went outside this morning. It was a dead bird in front of my house. Yes, Corey, it's having the power to control lives and careers that spawn all of the private. Yes, they turned the music industry into a predator's playground, basically, and they would dangle people's careers and blackmail people, and if you didn't submit to what they wanted, whether it be, you know, or then they blackballed you. All right, thank you, Be More Shorty. Have a blessed day. They blackballed you. So I'm so happy that Foxy is speaking out. I know she has a story, and it's been a reason for her to be quiet. But she was passed around too. She was passed around too. Then they created, when you don't submit to what they want, what do? They create beef. So they tried to create the same beef between her and Lil' Kim. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy, but ultimately, I hope the victims get justice in this case. Now, the count is still running up on this, and I just hope they don't cover it up. I really do. There's an attorney. The attorney, we spoke about her on the channel. What's her name? Child, y'all see Candace Owens diving deep on Kamala Harris? Child, you can't trust nobody. Nobody. Thumbs up this video. Did anybody see the Power finale? Mm, mm. So Ariel Mitchell, that's her name. That's the attorney's name. Ooh, Corey says Lil' Kim was prom for the diddler too. Her father mentally and physically abused her to the point that she was broken and wanted male approval. Exactly. Even Biggie was knocking her between the washer and dryer too. So Laura Ariel Mitchell Kidd reveals that there's a bidding war for Diddy's XEX tape involving young A-list celebrities, child.
I actually received the New York Post article from the person who contacted me to sell the tape. They sent me that article. I was not shocked by what I read in the article. I was hoping that even the client that I contacted would reach out and see and kind of alert that person that this was going on and to possibly help them. The person who has the tape really doesn't want to shop it around. They really want to help and wanted to directly sell it to that person, but it seems as if they are going elsewhere.
You know, we know that you've seen the footage. You talked about that last week when you were with us. So, as you know who it is, and I know that you can't tell us who it is for all the reasons, right? But as you know who it is, and as we're moving through this story, and it's starting to really feel like it's unraveling, what are you hearing? And you feel bad for the person, and we don't even know who it is. Is there anything more you can tell us about that part of it?
I really do feel bad about the person. Part of the reason that I did come and say something outside of just to protect my own safety. But I wanted to sound the alarm, essentially, ring the dog whistle, if you will, to that person that maybe they should do something about this before it came out. If I was them, I would do something about this. And the only way to do anything is to do the catch and kill. That's the only way to ensure that it doesn't come out. You know, we're taught that God helps those who help themselves. So if we have a situation where that person does have the opportunity to purchase the video, if I were them, I would absolutely purchase the video.
Wow. Well, do you think this is going to surface publicly? I mean, are we getting close to that moment?
From what I'm hearing, I think so.
And you feel bad.
I'm hearing whispers that there is at least one major network, possibly two, in a bidding war for that footage. So I believe we're sooner rather than later maybe finding out, unless that person comes and purchases the video themselves, which is really the goal of the people who have the video. They just, at this point, if that person doesn't want to purchase it, then it's going to go on the open market.
Wow.
Oh my God, this is like blackmail. Why isn't anybody going to the FBI? Why are they trying to sell this tape? This is like all too fishy. And she's like borderline, I don't know. She's trying to keep her hands clean. And I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Like, I just feel like people are trying to exploit the situation, and it's terrible for the victims. Now, Ariel Mitchell, she was also representing the young lady that was a stripper at the white parties. Okay, she ultimately had to drop her as a client because she's all over the place. She's unhinged, and I thought she was all over the place. Even Tasha K, when she was on Tasha K, Tasha said she didn't really even want to do the interview, but she had some proof or whatever, so she was just like, fuck it or whatever. But even Tasha was like, yo, all she had to do was be quiet. But now she's like all over the place, like trying to give interviews, and now it's just turning out to be a money grab. And it just makes me feel bad for the people that are actually victims of the diddler, you know what I mean? Because they don't deserve this exploitation from these lawyers or anything like that. My best advice is for them, they need to go to the feds. I think that's their only protection. Seriously. All right. So on the other hand, there is another man speaking out saying that he was at the Diddy White parties. His father was apparently a photographer for them, but he was only 6 years old. And it's just like, what is a child doing at a Diddy party? Okay.
L's Inside Edition about taking that photo.
He put his arm around me in an uncomfortable way, close to areas that you shouldn't as a grown man.
He recalls what he saw at the party.
So I remember marijuana and topless women. That's the two main things that I remember.
So how'd he end up there? Well, his father, David Allen, was Diddy's photographer, snapping pictures of partygoers in the Hamptons. Justin's mom, Maya, was also there. She says the party was family-friendly at first, but then turned raunchy.
People were getting high. There were girls swimming topless, young-looking girls that were, not dressed. We moved to another part of the house so that he wouldn't be exposed to what was going on.
In later years, Justin is now 31. Did he assault you in any way?
When you say assault, I don't know the exact definition, but he put his arm around me in an uncomfortable way.
Did he assault you in any way?
The kids had like an hour left. So get extra comfortable, but this thing turns into something that when y'all get older, y'all don't want to come to.
I think he's a...
The kids had like...
Look, at the end of the day, why did his parents have him at this adult party? It's weird and it seems like a clout chase to me. And now you're trying to make it seem like he assaulted you. Like it's stories like this. I'm just like, y'all need to go sit down. Like I don't like how they trying to exploit the situation. Because your parents, sir, should not had you at this adult event. Family friendly or not. I'm sorry. No kid should be there. All right. Then also, in the current lawsuit, Diddy's ex bodyguard was named in the lawsuit, and he decided to come out and speak. Child, his name is Joseph Big Joe Sherman. He's insisting that he's innocent. And shout out to Morning Juice Box for the last footage. And this next one comes from Hollywood Unlocked. Okay, so Talia Graves accused the Diddler and his bodyguard of rugging her and taking turns graping and SAing her. Okay, well, he decided to speak out. Here we go.
It's a lie on me. That's all I'm saying.
Big Joe Sherman wants you to look at his face and listen.
I don't know this lady from anywhere.
You've never met her?
Never in my life.
He's talking about this woman, Thalia Graves, who appeared at a highly promoted news conference last week with attorney Gloria Allred.
The trauma of the assault has taken a toll on my mental health.
The attorney for Graves announcing a federal lawsuit claiming that in 2001, the then 25-year-old was drugged and bound and viciously raped in the Manhattan headquarters of Bad Boy Entertainment by music mogul Sean Diddy Combs with his bodyguard and head of security Joe Sherman.
I'm not questioning her integrity. I'm questioning her claims against me. I wasn't the head of the security. You got the wrong man. I've never seen you. I've never did anything negative with you. I've never been in the same room with you. Not only wasn't I there, I wasn't even in New York.
Sherman says he did security for Bad Boy Records in the 90s, but wasn't working for the company in 2001.
It's me and Mariah Carey.
Sherman provided us with his personal album of photos with celebrity clients he says he's protected over the years.
Me and Beyonce.
He says he did see Diddy at industry parties after Sherman left the company, but there was no relationship. Big Joe maintains he is being set up by false accusations.
Her and whoever that she's in cahoots with was orchestrating a money grab, and she wanted me to be part of that money grab. It says it right in her texts. And she wanted to get Diddy.
Sherman showed us texts from an Instagram account starting last November. He says his team has linked to Graves. We confirmed the connection. The first text asked if Sherman was a security guard for Puffy.
She confused me because she kept saying, "Are you Big Joe?" I said, I wasn't even in New York.
Sherman says he did.
You're on my Instagram.
When she asked, "Are you Big Joe?" what did that mean to you?
That means that she don't know who I am.
The text asked him to call the number and goes on to say, "If you will be my witness against Diddy, then my attorneys will leave you out of any proceedings because we have statements that you physically showed over 8 people, videos of me and you to people in the studio." Sherman responded, "I don't know what the expletive you talking about. Know who the expletive you are." He was still named in the lawsuit. Was there any video?
Not only was there never a video, I never saw the woman. I'm nothing but a scapegoat for this BS. Because I wouldn't get Puffy and lie on Sean Combs.
We reached out to Allred asking about the texts and Sherman's denial that he was involved. Her email response, "The complaint speaks for itself. Our client looks forward to her day in court." Allred's lawsuit describes Sherman as being involved in a company that produces and distributes pornography.
I don't show nude women.
He says his media outlets publish urban rap magazines that often feature scantily clad women, arguing the photos are similar to ones he's posted on social media.
Am I wrong for having fun on my birthday? Yes, I did all that. I'm single. You can call me that. But I never disrespected or seen this woman in my life. Come on. It's a money grab because they told you it's a money grab. And she know that what she did to me destroyed my family, destroyed my livelihood. I can't get a job.
Sherman's legal team says they plan on filing a counterclaim in the near future that will likely include defamation. Combs's attorneys have not yet responded to the lawsuit. Sarah Wallace, News 4 New York.
All right, look. The gaslighting is real. You know, Big Joe, less said, better said. Less said, better said, because this makes it look like you're guilty. It makes it look like you're trying to convince us that you did not do this. You know, at the end of the day, the way that woman is traumatized, I don't see what her motive would be to lie on you at this point. And the messages that he had, I looked at it. It did not have Talia's name. It just said Instagram user. So that could have came from anyone. He could have fabricated those messages himself. You know, people do a whole bunch of diabolical things when they trying to act like they innocent or whatever. But him speaking out, like, I felt like he's guilty. Like, I'm not convinced. And the fact that you have ties to pornography and things like that. And it said it was known in the industry to people to stay away from Big Joe. Why do you think that is? Well, I'm not convinced. But I just really feel like less said, better said. All right. Up next, let's get into Kim Kardashian. She needs some attention, and the family is falling out of public favor because they never really had talent. Let's just face it. You know, they got famous off of I'll be biased. I could be biased. This is my opinion. They got famous off of basically who they were dating in the industry. And I just think they are trash. I always thought Kim Kardashian was trash or whatever. That's my opinion or whatever. With their show being canceled on Hulu, all this stuff with the diddler, Corey Gamble being a handler. She gonna do anything to make herself relevant, okay? So Kim Kardashian demands Menendez brothers to be freed in new essay for NBC News. Shout out to the spiritual world for this one. I was just like, wow. All right, so the connection with the Menendez brothers. Now, Kim went to school with the Menendez brothers. And she has said it in the past, like when they was on trial and stuff like that when she was younger, she has said it. So she decided to write a letter right. Thank you, Shady. Thank you for always having my back. Knotty crew, thank you. I'm sorry. I felt like the guy is lying. I felt like he was going in overdrive trying to convince us it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like, it was a cloud chase on top of everything. Okay? And then you're going to blame her for your family breaking apart and you not being able to get a job, sir. I mean, you put yourself in vicarious situations, no? Thumbs up the video. All right, back to the Kardashians, okay? So she decides to write a letter on behalf of the Menendez brother. It said that they have found new evidence that could possibly get them released early. Let me tell you something. I watched that miniseries on Netflix, and it was a very, very well put together series, but I was scared. The brutal way in which they took out their parents, it gave me pause. Is this going to be another Gypsy Road situation where they release a murderer and glorify and make them rich? Thumbs up the video. Like, I pose a question. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all feel safe with the Menendez brothers being free. Put a 2 in the chat if you think they should be set free and have a second chance at life. Let me know what y'all think while I read this Kardashian letter. Okay, so Kardashian says, we are all products of our experiences. They shape who we are and who we will be. Psychologically, I don't know why she said that twice. Time changes us. And I doubt anyone would claim to be the same person they were at 18. I know I'm not. You are still a whore. Kim, let's talk about how many miles is on that cootie cat. Girl, you are still the same whore. Same clout chasing whore. Thumbs up this video, okay? She belong right next to Carisha, please. They all whores, okay? All right, so she says, you think you know the story of Lau and Eric Menendez? I certainly thought I did. In 1989, the brothers, aged 21 and 18, respectively, viciously Blanc and illed their parents in their Beverly Hills home. In 1996, after 2 trials, they were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. As is often the case, this story is much more complex than it appears on the surface. Both brothers said they had been actually physically and emotionally abused for years by their parents. According to Lau, the abuse started when he was 6 years old, and Eric said he was raped by the father for more than a decade. Following years of abuse and real fear of their lives, Eric and Lau chose what they thought at the time was their only way out, an unimaginable way to escape their living nightmare. Look. All right. And as a result, look, I believe they was actually abused. Because the father, it came out, it was a docuseries on Peacock called The Menendez. It was a group because Eric and Lau's father was like a record executive in the industry or whatever, and he was abusing those young boys too. So I definitely believe them. They're saying that there was a letter or something that surfaced that the boys wrote to the grandmother trying to tell about the abuse. It's a tragic story, but I feel like they wanted the parents' money at the end of the day, because after that they went on all sorts of shopping sprees and things like that. Okay. All right, so Kim goes on and says, I have spent time with Lau and Eric. They are not monsters. They are kind, intelligent, and honest men. Girl, that's called jail talk. How you want to be able to know? In prison, they both have exemplary disciplinary records. They have earned multiple college degrees, worked as caregivers for elderly incarcerated individuals in hospice, and been mentors in college programs, committed to giving back to others. When I visited the prison 3 weeks ago, one of the wardens told me he would feel comfortable having them as neighbors. And why are we supposed to take Kim Kardashian's word for it? She is a known liar. Oh, boy. 24 family members, including their parents, siblings, have released statements fully supporting Lau and Eric and have respectfully requested that the justice system free them. Right. Say Hudson Booski. So she goes on to say, the illings are not excusable, and I want to make that clear, nor is their behavior before, during, and after the crime. You think they like... But we should not deny who they are today in their 50s. The trial and punishment these brothers received were more befitting. I can't with this. I can't with this. Not on the tail end of them executing that innocent man. They supposed to be free? Why couldn't he be free? Happy Sunday, Bright Eyes. So the LA District Attorney announces the Menendez brothers case is being reviewed following new evidence that may support their claims of being arrested by their father. Okay? So Kim Kardashian.
I love it when you take charge.
That scared the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of me. Kim Kardashian is champion for their release. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments. Right, Corey said, I wouldn't want them living next to me. St. Hudson said, Gypsy Road gets the wrong free. Child, Grand Rising. Yeah, like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with them. Free. Okay? But they are popular. The Menendez brothers, had an increase in mail. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. From fans requesting their autographs. So, like, this is the dark side of America, right? They glorify things like this, right? They make murderers popular. If you the right. You know what I'm saying? But a black man would never get this notoriety if they were released with these charges. Yeah, they are clear passing, so you know what it's about. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to make it a race thing, but it's a race thing. They don't show our people that grace. They don't show our people that grace. Hence that young man that just got executed, okay? In Missouri or whatever. Let me tell you something. I don't feel comfortable. I don't even feel comfortable with Gypsy Rose manipulative ass running around. I don't. Because they all are liars. They all are liars. I wish them the best. Let's talk about a clout chase. Drea Kelly. She's releasing a book. Of course she is. She need money now. R. Kelly's ex-wife Drea announces new tell-all book. Are you going to tell the truth, Drea? Are you going to tell how you was on those tapes too with them young girls? She can't just let her kids just have the shine with their little docuseries coming out telling their stories. She got to get a piece of it too. She's just as much as a narc as R. Kelly. They deserve each other. They do. And I mean, are we really interested in hearing her story?
Fame costs. And right here's where you start paying for it in sweat. A famous quote from the hit show Fame by Debbie Allen. But I'd like to say, fame costs. And right here's where you start paying for it in blood, sweat, and tears. I did. Literally. Everybody wants to be on the red carpet, but nobody wants to know what's under the red carpet. On the red carpet is such a facade. It's the lights, cameras. Everybody knows your name. Opulence, diamonds, and the popping of champagne. But under the red carpet is pain, trauma, abuse, deceit, lies, and it might even cost you your life. It almost cost me mine. You want to be on the red carpet? Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
Drea, go sit down somewhere, okay? Like, girl, you was complicit. And now you trying to get a bag. And that's why you won't drop your name. Because you want to continue to get a bag. I'm not buying your book. I'm not. She need to sit down doing the same dance move. Yeah! Yes, over and over again. What red carpet did she walk on? Girl, we didn't even know about you until R. Kelly was on trial for peeing on that 14-year-old girl that you was in the tape with. And the only reason why he stayed married to you is so you couldn't testify against him. We didn't even know about you, girl. You was a secret. You was a secret. Now stay that way. Stay that way. Don't nobody want to hear your story because you be lying, girl. Liar, liar, pants on fire, Drea. Okay? Girl, go ahead. Shout out to the girls, though, for that footage. Woo! Okay, we did the Menendez brothers. Wendy Williams' ex, on my last nerves, Calvin Hunter. Let me wake this up real quick because I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired of him. And he just really showing his true colors of how greedy he is. It's not enough that you lived off this woman, you and your mistress, for like 10 plus years. All right? He been doing everything to get at Wendy's money. And it's like, sir, get a job. Get a fucking job already. So he wants the divorce recalled. He's saying that let me see. He's demanding that the divorce get overturned, right? He's claiming that $48 million was hidden for him. Bro, you bought Serena a house. You had cars over there and everything. You didn't say none of that? Child, shout out to the son for this. So Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Calvin Hunter, has demanded their divorce be overturned and claims she hid $48 million from him in their settlement. According to court documents exclusively obtained by the Sun, Kevin Hunter is petitioning the court to vacate and set aside their final divorce judges based on fraud, misrepresentation, and misconduct. This is bottom of the barrel shit. This is that's why you got to be careful who you hook up with and marry, because it's never ending. Like, this woman is going through so much. And she finally back on the scene, right? Getting back. And that's what narcissists do. They can smell when you're successful. So then they can come and try to pounce on you. But it's your job. You got to block the energy. Because the best thing you could do with narcissists is cut them clean off, right? So, in a Wells Fargo portfolio report from May 2019, when the couple divorced submitted into the case by her guardian, Wendy appeared to have $7.3 million in what is listed as her total holdings. However, as the U.S. Sun previously reported, the former daytime TV host best friend Regina Shell submitted an affidavit into the divorce proceedings alleging that Wendy had a total of $55 million in her accounts as of 2022. Defraud and divorce. That's where Kelvin claims he was defrauded. Citing Regina's affidavit in his court filing, Kelvin alleges that the extra $48 million was fraudulently concealed in the divorce. Child, get a job. In her response filing, Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morisi, claimed that Kelvin was aware of the various accounts Wendy held, and she addressed the affidavit filed by the host's best friend, claiming she had another $48 million in the bank. Now, mind you, Kelvin has been digging at this for a minute, and Sabrina, I want to say in the early summer of this year or before the summer, she has submitted a claim stating that Kelvin was overpaid. Oh, I'm side-eyeing the Guardian too. But Kelvin? All right. So the Guardian says, I cannot address what Regina thinks she saw or heard, or what a third person thinks she heard, or what the third person may or may not have reported to Regina. Sabrina wrote in her filing on Wendy's behalf. In his papers, Kelvin affirmatively states that Wendy showed Regina her financial statements. Kelvin was not there and has no personal knowledge of whether or not this interaction occurred. So Wendy Guardian argues that at the time of the divorce, Kelvin stated he was fully satisfied and understood the process and had consulted with professionals to be fully aware of the assets and his rights with regards to such assets. And that as such, he has absolutely no case to reopen the divorce proceedings. $55 million affidavit. In an affidavit submitted to a New Jersey court over the summer and exclusively is obtained by the U.S. Sun, Wendy's best friend of 44 years, Regina, claimed to have seen the star's Wells Fargo's bank statements. So in the affidavit, the star's friend said that in July of 2022, she stayed with the former TV host in New York City for an extended period. She said it was during that long visit that Wendy said she wanted to explore other financial avenues for her estate and specifically a possible change with her current financial institution. She also shared with me documents from Wells Fargo showing a cumulative balance of nearly $55 million, Regina wrote. Regina also claimed that in December of that year, Wendy invited her to a meeting with Bank of America. So Regina said she was present during the entire presentation with senior advisor at Bank of America, a private banking group, in which they outlined the best products available to the daytime TV host. The friend said after the meeting, she, Wendy, and Wendy's guardian, Sabrina, were all in the same vehicle on their way to the courthouse. Days later, a dramatic turn took place, and Wendy's publicist claimed to have overheard a conversation between the host and her guardian where Sabrina told her there is no money in Wendy's accounts. Regina submitted the affidavit in Wendy and Kelvin's divorce case. So Kevin continues to battle with Wendy's guardian in court over payments from their marital settlement agreement season after Wells Fargo froze Wendy's accounts and her guardian, Sabrina, took over the star's affair. Meanwhile, while the divorce case between Kelvin and Wendy grows more contentious with her guardian representing her in New Jersey court, there are also questions Kelvin has posed about if the New York Guardian is even allowed to be acting on former host's behalf in the Garden State. Child, this is getting messy. So he's arguing that Sabrina, the guardian, cannot represent Wendy in New Jersey, which I think because they lived in New Jersey, Wendy had to file for divorce in New Jersey, something like that. So Calvin is also claiming, he said he calls Sabrina representation of Wendy akin to practicing law without license, as she is neither a barred attorney nor a guardian appointed by a New Jersey court in the filing. He also took issue with Sabrina representing Wendy pro se, a legal term for representing oneself without a lawyer, because she is not a party to the divorce and therefore should not be involved in this proceedings. Child, this is getting messy. Look, let me tell you something. Ironically, this might be a blessing in disguise, the way Kelvin is chipping away at things, because he may expose the guardian, because it sounds to me like he's in a battle with the guardian, right? But he may get to the money. He may get to the money. Do I feel like he entitled to it? Hell nah. But Calvin might get to the money. He might get to the money. I know it sounds weird, and I can't stand his narcissistic ass, but he might get to the money. He might find out what happened to the money. So let him keep battling with Sabrina. Let me see what y'all saying. They are all in her pockets, child. Yes, I in the Guardian, you spend Wendy's money on your side piece. Yes, but with him being so greedy and so desperate, because they saying he behind his child support and everything, they getting everything they deserve. Him and that mistress, child. They are getting everything they deserve. But he might find out where all Wendy money went. Like, I'm telling you. He might find out where all the money is, child, and who spent it. I know it's crazy, but it could work out in Wendy's favor in the end. Oh, child. Right. Right. This is crazy. What would little Kevin... And look, shout out to Kevin Jr. because he has figured out how to make a way for himself. All right, Ray J is out here calling for Jaguar to come with him on his Tronics network. I find this weird, and I think Ray J is trying to set Jaguar up. Y'all know he a handler, just like he called Raspy back in the day. He was like, Jay-Z, everybody told me to call you to try to walk back the allegation he was putting out against Chris Stokes. You know, Ray J is creepy to me. Ooh, St. Hudson. Yeah, Wendy did expose that his wife had cancer. Y'all listen to this, because I feel like Ray J is like an industry handler too.
I told you I had an opportunity for you. I told you I had bags for you. I'm trying to hear what you got to say. But you want to keep taking these other niggas' money and not showing love to the community? That shit weak as fuck. Hit me right now so I can make sure you get a bag and I can understand what the fuck you talking about so we'll know what's the truth and what's not. That shit janky as fuck. You ain't hitting me back, but you hitting all these other motherfuckers back. That's from all these other countries. Like you safe over there. You safe with me. Stop acting scary. Jaguar, hit me back right the fuck now whenever you can. With all due respect, and I love you, and I'm sorry for cursing. Help me be a better person. Call me back.
Ray J, you trying to gaslight us like you did your kids. This is not... Look, and I don't like Jaguar. I don't like Jaguar. I think she's a big-ass liar, okay? But this sounds to me like he's trying to get her set up. Because she's speaking too loud now, and now she getting on bigger platforms. They want to silence her. They want to silence her. What sound janky, Ray J, is you coming live with this message. That's janky. That's suspicious. It's weird. You ain't never want to be bothered with Jaguar. Now all of a sudden... Yeah, she getting the attention she wanted, for sure. And look, but I'm not for... Look, as much as I don't like her, I don't know her personally or whatever, and I don't want to see no bad happening to anyone, period, right? But this sound like a setup. It sound like he trying to trap her. Y'all remember when he was on the phone with Raspy? Let me see if I can find it. Ray J is an industry puppet. And so whenever they want to get somebody quiet, they send Ray J to handle it. You sound janky as fuck. And you sound like you trying to gaslight the world. And Raspy and him had beef for years. Let me see if it's on TikTok. It's crazy, but yeah. Ray J is...
He got a new judge.
Okay, yeah. We gonna get into that too. Diddy had a judge assigned to his case. A new judge.
And his evidence sealed. And a lot of people are freaking... Diddy got a new judge and his evidence sealed. And a lot of people are freaking out about this. They're saying that it's super weird timing for all of this to be happening, but it's not exactly what you guys are thinking. And the way Diddy is doing this is actually stupid because he actually wants a speedy trial because he got denied bail twice. So the judge was asking him, so what do you want? Do you want a speedy trial? Do you want to review the discovery that's going to be produced? Do you want to come back in 45 days? Or do you want me to set a trial date? I can set a trial date if you want me to set a trial date. And Diddy's lawyer has already confirmed this multiple times. Once he got denied bail, he kept saying that he was pushing for a speedy trial. And the judge told Diddy when he asked for the speedy trial, whenever you want it. And if I can't try it, I will find a colleague who can if you want to set a trial date. So this could be exactly why Diddy has this new judge assigned to his case, but this is also a downfall for Diddy because the worst thing that you can do is want a speedy trial when you haven't even went through all of your evidence in the discovery. A lot of the times people want to push out their trial date to get time to actually review the mass amount of information in the discovery, and especially with a federal case, a lot of the times their evidence is a lot. I mean a lot to go through because they make sure they gather everything before they even arrest you. That's why they have a 95% conviction rate. And a lot of the times they want the smoke to cool down from all of the rumors and what people think about them before they even go to trial. So a lot of the times they try to push it out when it is serious offenses. That way it's kind of forgotten about and it's not so hot in the media. Now, another thing that has people freaking out is the fact that the discovery was sealed. That way the public cannot get their eyes on what is in this discovery. And this isn't exactly what you're thinking. So this order was made specifically for Diddy and his lawyers. That way they cannot out any of this information to the public and use it to coerce these victims or these witnesses in this ongoing investigation. And it doesn't mean that we will never know what is in this discovery. So it's saying that this disclosed material, if outed, would affect the privacy and confidentiality of individuals, would implode if prematurely disclosed the government's ongoing investigation of uncharged individuals. These disclosed materials or sealed materials contain information that identifies or could lead to the identifications of witnesses who may be subject to intimidation or obstruction and whose lives and persons and property, as well as the lives of persons or property of loved ones, will be subject to the risk of harm about protective considerations set forth. Since Diddy is known to threaten his witnesses or his victims into not speaking, they need to disclose this discovery so Diddy basically can't use this information as blackmail against these people like he has allegedly already done in the past. See, at the end of this order, it says this order does not prevent any disclosure of any disclosure material in any hearing or trial held in this action or to any judge or mandate judge. So this is only happening because they want to seal the discovery. That way Diddy cannot out these people that are, one, being investigated by them, or two, are a witness or a victim in this case, and basically try to blackmail them with this information, because it says in this document the information is very vivid, let's say, which we know because it contains freak-off tapes and many other things. So this is why they are sealing the discovery, but only for Diddy and his lawyers. And if any of this gets outed to the media, ooh, it's going to be horrible. I mean, Diddy's lawyers could face charges, and so could Diddy if any of this happens. So no, this does not mean that we are never going to know what's in Diddy's discovery. We will know, but we will not know until trial. But we can assume that trial is going to start soon because Diddy is pushing for a speedy trial. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Diddy got a new judge and his evidence sealed. And a lot of people are...
At the end of the day,
they're saying that it's super weird timing for all of this to be happening, but it's not exactly what you guys are thinking. And the way Diddy is...
Look, I think a speedy trial is going Look. Be careful what you ask for, Diddler. This is my thing. If they not going to see, Diddy is just the fall guy, and I'm not no Diddy empathizer. Y'all know this, okay? He's the fall guy for the people, the Lucian Grange, the other billionaires, okay? And basically, they made sure they trickled out enough evidence so that they can convict him because the Diddler pissed off the elite, okay? And they wanted him up out of there or whatever. But like none of this will be effective unless they're going to prosecute the big wigs that are behind him and the people that fuel this trafficking industry. You're talking judges, lawyers, doctors, politicians, all right? If you're not going to hold everybody accountable, even police officers that have been in his pockets for years, if you're not going to hold everybody accountable, we're going to be right back here in another couple of years. But the Diddler is the fall guy. Look, you play with the devil, you get burnt in the end. And in that lifestyle, you only as good as your last favor. And when you're not when they're not able to monetize off you anymore, and you got so much ego like the Diddler, when they're done with you, they're gonna discard you like you last week's trash. Period. You don't think he's gonna make it to trial? These companies, yeah, these heads of the Universal Records and all like that. That's who y'all need to prosecute, cause that's who be at these little parties and them side rooms touching on them kids. They all need to be subpoena. Even MTV, yes. Yes, St. Hudson. He gonna get off on a technicality. All right, so let him rush to a speedy trial. I want it, and I want to go to the courtroom myself, okay? Oh, I stumbled upon that, and I was looking for Raz B and Ray J. I wanted y'all to hear that conversation, because Ray J always talks like a freaking creep. He always using that word janky, and he janky number one. What? They saying the evidence was seized illegally. Why they say the evidence was seized illegally, and that means they can't be submitted. There goes the case. What? Didn't they have warrants? Here we go. Here go the conversation. I'm telling you, Ray J is a handler. He handled Whitney. It seemed like whenever it's a problem, like when these big wigs about to be outed, you know, the upper echelon, here come Ray J creeping in there. Ciao. Here we go.
I know, but what I'm saying, Raz B. Closely, Ray J brings up Diddy and JD or Jay-Z, but why? If he was talking about Chris Stokes abusing him, what's the connection?
The media is trying to tear the situation up, because I never even said anything along the lines where people could even get the idea. Well, we should. Ray, I've been trying to work with you for years, my nigga. You're in a position to actually really do some things for me.
I know, but what I'm saying, Raz B, like, you can even get your own reality show.
Okay, so Ray, nigga, look, I got you. Whatever.
You do to rephrase that shit, Raz. Like, you got niggas that hit me every day, Puffy, everybody, JD, everybody calling me.
Done, I got you.
With you in this Chris Stokes shit, man.
I got you.
I need you to, like...
I got you, Ray, and I need you to have me too, because I think
Because it's like, damn, like, you didn't even...
You see how...
Listen closely, Ray J brings up Diddy and JD or Jay-Z, but why? If he was talking about Chris Stokes abusing him, what's the connection?
The media is trying to tear the situation up, because I never even said anything along the lines where people could even get the idea. Well, we should. Ray, I've been trying to work with you for years, my nigga. You're in a position to actually really do some things for me.
I know, but what I'm saying, Raz B, like, you can even get your own reality show.
Okay, so Ray, nigga, look, I got you. Whatever.
You do to rephrase that shit, Raz. Like, you got niggas that hit me every day, Puffy, everybody, JD, everybody calling me.
Done, I got you.
With you in this Chris Stokes shit, man.
I got you.
I need you to, like...
I got you, Ray, and I need you to have me too, because I think
All right, so Ray J is trying to get Raz B to shut up about Chris Stokes. You heard him. He said, you got Jay-Z, Puffy, everybody calling me. Hey, Veronica. I'm just talking. I'm referring because Ray J has went live calling out Jaglier to tell her to come to the Tronics network, and he said she ignored him. She ignoring him because she know how you get down, Ray. And you a setup king. You be getting people dealt with. And he was saying that she acting janky. No, you act janky, bro. It's too many suspicious things and coincidence that happen around you. Okay. But I just wanted to compare that conversation to what he was saying to Jag. And here he is again dangling the candy. Oh, we gonna get you over here. You could get your own show and this and that. And then after that, him and Raz B went on to beef. Okay. Yes, he's trying to silence Jag. Look, see, Jag getting on bigger platforms now. See, it was all good when she was just on the YouTube, but now she getting on bigger platforms and they like, tell this bitch shut the fuck up. So here come Ray J, the handler. Right? And then he gonna he gonna give her all the drugs she want, all the alcohol, and you don't know what's gonna be in it. All of a sudden, Jaglier going. Look, I don't like that witch either, okay? I don't like her. I don't care, but I don't want to see nothing bad happen to her. You see what I'm saying? Like, she don't deserve all of that. Like, she deserved that curse out from Star the other day. She definitely deserved that shit. And I stand by it. I don't care what nobody say. She deserved to be called all of those names. Because that is her karma for all shit she been doing on this YouTube and cursing people. Jag has said worse about other people. So, like, that she deserved. Okay? But Ray J trying to set up and take her like, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. Alright, Halle Berry and DDG break up. Ciao. Halle, welcome to the Baby Mama Club. Can I say, I ain't never felt like they was really together like that, because anybody that has to flaunt every good thing they do for their partner all over social media, I just question the authenticity of the relationship at the end of the day. And plus, he's Blueface friend, so I can't take him serious, and he probably a fuckboy just like Blueface. Okay, St. Hunter said, I don't believe Ray J is trying to silence her. I believe he's trying to make money off her and exploit mental illness like he does with Krishan and them. Right? He's no different than the Lemon Pepper Stepper. Okay? They all in it for the bag. Thumbs up this video. Child, St. Hudson, did you see that Ronnie changed his profile pic to Krishan Jr.? This motherfucker get on my nerves too. You are the father, Ronnie. Go get your baby. He ain't even walking yet. He 13 months. He ain't walking, crawling, nothing. Go get your son. Pain in the ass, that whole circus over there. I can't stand it. Oh. Did y'all see Power? Did y'all see Power? Did y'all like the ending of Power? Or Ghost 2? Excuse me. I don't think it's the end. I think it's going to be more. All right. So DDG posts a message announcing him and Haley's breakup. I mean, like, y'all not even married. Why are you announcing this? Did y'all need to know this? Y'all wasn't even married. That's what people do when they're married. I even felt like him posting that was a clout chase. See, this is what happens When you go with dudes that ain't on your level, and these dudes now, they really be out here getting with females so that they become more popular. And women, we need to pay attention out here, okay? That was the situation with Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. It was a clout chase. Jeezy was not relevant, so he got with her to become relevant. You see how that worked? And just so happened the baby came out of it. You see how that worked? You see it all over the place. All right? People just be getting with people just to become more popular. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked, all right? So, he took to the gram, DDG, and says, "Dear friends and supporters, after much reflection and heartfelt conversation, Holly and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe it's the best path forward for both of us. I cherish the time we spent together and the love we shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. We are still best friends and adore each other. And as we focus on our individual journeys and our roles as co-parents, we cherish the bond we've built and the beautiful moments we shared. As we navigate this transition, we ask for your understanding and support. Thank you for your love and chill. This come on the tail end of the two of them at the Usher concert, right? And Usher trying to give Haley a cherry, and DDG grab it and try to make it seem like he fight for his woman. Haley, you dodged your bullet, girl. All right, you got one kid. You want to be all right. He's cute as a button. He's cute as a little button. But get rid of this. He is not only a cloud chaser, but he for the streets. He's from Blueface camp. Okay, they all whores. They sleep around. And she probably was tired. And he trying to make it seem like it was his decision to break off the relationship. I don't think it's true. I don't believe none of this. I don't believe nothing he says, right? Listen, she ain't tricking out. DDG private group chat. I don't know what this is. Halle Bailey. Is this showing that they not? All right, so they showing that they scrubbed their social media. Oh, they removed photos of one another from Instagram accounts. This is why I don't think it's a good idea. Like, if you're not married, I would not go public with my relationship. But even with your marriage, you got to be careful what you share with the world. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm not going through all of that, removing people off of my page and stuff like unfollowing. Like, stop. All right, but this is a past conversation they caught of DDG having about how he feels like he should be single. Well, you should have been using condoms, sir, and not producing babies outside of wedlock. I'm just saying. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Here we go.
Content, music, all types of shit. So just lock in, season time. It's time to go crazy, time to go in, time to stay focused, time to keep grinding. Like I said, let me reiterate this. This has been planned before. Anything that y'all see, drama related or anything. What you said, what? Oh, I know you love me. Time to get y'all content, music, all types of shit. So just lock in, season time. It's time to go crazy, time to go in, time to stay focused, time to keep grinding. Like I said, let me reiterate this. This has been planned before.
Hold on, that's not it. Because it's another clip where he's talking about why he wants to remain single. Hold on, let me see. Oh my God. I got to get into the whole Garth Brooks lawsuit. We'll do that tomorrow. All right. Then Joe Buttons has something to say. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that clip before we go there. Joe Buttons decided to troll the situation. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Thumbs up this video. Here we go.
Told you this on the side. Yeah. And I said, bro, like, it's best for you to be single in these years of your life so you can really grind. Yeah. You know, it ain't nobody going nowhere. Bella ain't going nowhere. Unless a girl get a new or something. But like Bella ain't going nowhere, Brooklyn ain't going nowhere. Whatever, whoever you like in this moment. But get your ducks in a row first and grind and not have no restriction. It's real restrictions when you're in a relationship. Yeah, it's like definitely. You gotta always consider their feelings. Yeah. So it's like you can't really work how you want to work. Yeah. And if I can tell myself something at age 22, I would tell myself not to get in a relationship because it's damn near like having a part-time job, bro. Yeah. You really have to apply a lot of time and effort. Like you might be doing videos all day and your girl get an attitude when you're doing your last video, like, Nick, when you gonna take me out to eat? Yeah. When you gonna take me to the movies? When we gonna go on a date? And then it causes relationship problems in your real life that can affect your content. And you might get mad in an argument. You might not want to film the next day. Might not want to stream the next day. Might not want to go to the studio the next day. Whatever. Like, yeah. So I would tell myself if I was 22, I would say, bro, just grind it out. Let a relationship happen, but only happen when you feel comfortable in yourself as a man. Like, if I would tell me, I'm gonna stop yapping after this. Is my last comment.
He talked too much.
I feel like you shouldn't get in a relationship until you feel like a nigga can't DM your girl and take your girl. Like, if you feel like it's out there that's more lit than you, more like stable than you, that can take your girl, then you ain't working hard enough.
That's how he feel, Knotty Crew. That's how he feel about relationships. Well, then you should use condoms. This is not a man that is ready to settle down. I mean, he just wants to run around bed hopping, but he don't want to use condoms, clearly, okay? Because now you have a baby or whatever. And Hallie, girl, you were the clout, okay? You were the shit. You were more established than he was, okay? So Joe Buttons decides to give his 2 cents, child. So, and DDG is pissed, okay?
It's DDG. and why am I supposed to care about his thoughts on anything? I'm very happy that they have broken up, so I don't get to keep seeing this name attached to this girl's name when I don't know him for nothing as a standalone. And for me, it's important to know people based off their own name and merit and what they have done.
I agree with him.
Every time I see his name, it's attached to hers, and it's typically in some type of clout chaser fashion. So that makes me look at him a different way, and hopefully I get to look at him a lot less now that they've broken.
Well, she's extremely high profile. She's high profile.
Very high profile and very talented.
And you saying her head game is trash, gonna go get their own account.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
They're gonna go find out on their own, number one. And number two, if it was that trash, why you snatched that cherry so fast, my boy?
Told you.
I mean, if her head was as bad as you say, that cherry didn't levitate long. Before you got the is DDG.
Right?
DDG. I want to know what that stands for.
What does DDG stand for? Daryl Dwayne Granberry.
Yeah, your name Granberry? You know what my thing is with these that's on the rise and they want to go get with the chick with some notoriety that's also on the rise.
Salute, by the way.
Whenever that relationship fails, I never see them bounce back with something that's going to get Shorty upset. I normally never hear from them again in the dating realm. I don't think I'm going to ever hear about DDG and his next chick.
I'm on...
Well, his chick before her, you know who she is.
Who?
Ruby.
That's right, he dated Ruby Rose.
DDG. Who was the chick before her? I'm afraid that we view that differently.
And there was a whole lot going on with her where she was doing clout chasing to their relationship.
Well, Ruby is a hustler and a business owner. Action, DDG. I want to know who was the young lady before her.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's what troubles me. That's what troubles me. Good luck, DDG. This will be your first and last time being mentioned on this broadcast for the rest of eternity.
I love it. Okay, so DDG posted Joe Buttons Pump It Up album cover and said NGL gang, this is Ish, as laughing my fucking ass off at Joe Buttons. So then he posted, he said, pump it up, went gold after 20 years. Old itch at Joe Buttons. I'm on you. He and his feelings, child. Then he posted his age. And then he says, I don't be tripping about the girls saying ish because I'm used to it. It's all love. But you ninjas with platforms going to get a response for sure. And then DDG goes on to say, look, he must have hit a nerve, Joe. He hit a nerve, honey. A hit dog will holler. Come on. Ninja's got 30 years max of life left and speaking on a relationship of people that the same age as your son. You take care of. I hope you forget to take your magnesium pills today, you old itch. All right, so now you want age shame because you're not relevant, bro. I didn't know about DDG. Only reason why I know about him is because of Holly. All right, so then Joe Button responds. He says, I love this place, LOL. He loves being an asshole, that's for sure. And so then this person posted, K. Janae, she said, she responded to DDG and said, mad at everybody but yourself. If you didn't want anybody commenting on the ish, stop doing interviews about it, Mr. Clout Chaser. Exactly. All right, so there you have it. Holly and DDG break up. You know, I think her glow up is going to be great from here. You know, like, Holly, do you, boo? You deserve somebody that's going to be loyal and respectful of your relationship and won't be using you for the attention. Like, you are a top tier, A-list. You know what I mean? And you're going to be a beautiful mother, you know? I'm glad she had the guts to leave his ass, though, you know, instead of like Keke Palmer going back to the abuser. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Okay. So let me go ahead and get out of here. I got to get ready for the christening. I appreciate every last one of you. Join me. If you don't like what your partner is doing in bed, her head game is trash. Maybe it's trash because you stink down there from all the cootie caps you've been in and out of. Everything. Always quick to blame the woman. So like, oh, her head game trash. Maybe your is trash. Maybe you stink. Maybe you got older down there. From all the cootie cats you've been cheating on her with. Maybe that's why her head game trash. Because I know if I suspect someone cheating on me, they ain't getting no head. That's what grown folks do. Yes, St. Hudson is giving. How you doing? St. Hudson says, but they'll run across hot coals and broken glass for their homeboys. Remember when Playboy Cardi decided PlayStation with Uzi was more important than the birth of his son? Child. How you doing, St. Hudson? Oh my goodness, you have to care about someone else. How absurd. Hey, Latavia. Hey, Tori. Woo! Yes, I love it. Say how she said we need 1 million woman march where we all stay celibate for a month, 100 for real. Oh, I love me some Rasta pasta. They had to make the relationship look good for the Disney contract, right? He did go light on her. He did go light on Jaguar Star. That's who he is. If anybody remember, just listen at old clippings of the Star and Buck Wild show. Child, they had fines up the wazoo. Star ended up getting fired. That's who he is. And he's unapologetic. He has calmed down a lot, if you ask me. And to me, he was trying to compliment Jag, and she was trying to disrespect him. And he just don't think look, let me tell y'all. And Tasha K said it best. New York niggas will curse you the fuck out if they feel disrespected. Most dudes on the East Coast is like that. Right, right. She got to preserve her throat and voice. That's right. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Please thumbs up the video. Let's leave it in the comments. Let's have a conversation, okay? Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you all. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. What?